everyone, it's Gojira Prime here with a little video, and today I want to talk about Godzilla, more specifically the new Godzilla film that is going to be coming out from Toho, hopefully in the very, very near future. But first of all, as always, I do have a Facebook page, Gojira Prime, where I do post images of the figures in my collection, links to any videos I do, and anything else I do find of interest. So if you do have the time, do please find the page, hit like, hit subscribe, and do feel free to comment on anything that I do post. And obviously, I do have the YouTube page channel as well, and I also have a little Blue Sky page going as well. So if you do have the time, please do find those also. So for those of you who are not familiar with Godzilla, and if you don't know who Godzilla is, where the hell have you been for the last 70 years? Godzilla has been on a revival since the beginning of the Monsterverse, way back in 2015, 2016 with Godzilla. Now the Monsterverse has gone down the route of becoming more like the Marvel Cinematic Universe, in that Godzilla has become something of a superhero or an anti-hero in that thing, and those films don't tend to take themselves very, very seriously compared to the first entry, which was Godzilla. Toho, on the other hand, has produced a few Godzilla films since 2016. Obviously, the one that surprised a lot of people was Shin Godzilla, which is a phenomenal film, fantastic film. And then a couple of years ago, we had the phenomenally successful Godzilla Minus One, which was made for a paltry budget of $15 million and has gone on to make an obscene amount of money back again. We now, a few days ago, had the teaser trailer for Godzilla Minus Zero drop, and I cannot wait to have this film released in cinemas. It's being directed by the same director as Minus One, and if Toho takes the same direction with this film as with Minus One, Minus Zero is going to be as good, if not better. So I will try not to butcher too much the Japanese names in this article as I go through it, but do forgive me if I do. So Takashi Yamazaki returns to direct the 31st Japanese Godzilla film as fans around the world celebrate Godzilla Day with new announcements, classic tributes, and a fiery short film premiere. The news is out. On November 3rd, at the Godzilla Fest 2025 event in Tokyo, Japan, Toho officially revealed that the title of the next film in the King of the Monsters cinematic saga will be Godzilla Minus Zero. A new title and logo reveal video had people cheering and on their feet, not only in Japan, but around the world. I've seen that teaser trailer. It's a really good trailer. I know it doesn't show a damn thing, but it's still a really, really good trailer. The newly revealed logo featuring stark black and white calligraphy has fans buzzing about the mysterious meaning behind the title Minus Zero. Godzilla Minus Zero will once again be directed, written, and supervised for visual effects by Academy Award winner Takashi Yamazaki. Seriously, I don't know what this guy is on, but he directs the film, he writes the film, he's doing all the visual effects directing. He mustn't sleep. He really mustn't, or he goes into deep hibernation between movies. I have no idea, but seriously, great that he's doing all three again. After the massive global success of 2023's Godzilla Minus One, the film earned more than 7.6 billion yen in Japan. I don't know what the conversion rate is for that. Becoming the top grossing live-action Japanese movie ever released in North America, and made history by winning the Oscar for Best Visual Effects, the first ever awarded to a Godzilla film. Now, bearing in mind, they spent $15 million on Godzilla Minus One. In America, Hollywood, they would have spent 10 times, $200 million on that film to produce that kind of result, and they get beaten by, Toho Studios from Japan. Cast and story details for Godzilla Minus Zero are still being kept under wraps, adding even more excitement as to what's shaping up to be Godzilla's next big roar. Now, we do also have Godzilla Supernova coming out, I think, next year, so it's more than likely we're not going to see minus one until 2027. I think Toho, if I remember correctly, Toho and Legacy have this agreement where they will not release films at the same time, so as not to step on each other's toes. The new Godzilla Minus Zero title announcement kicked off a full day of kaiju-themed fun at Godzilla Fest 2025, which was held at Tokyo Dome City. This annual event celebrates Godzilla Day, marking the anniversary of the release of the very first Godzilla film back in 1954. The entire dome area was packed with fans of all ages, including many visitors from around the world. Attendees received free Chibi Godzilla hats and waited patiently in long lines for exclusive merchandise and activities. Other highlights included food trucks serving Godzilla-themed snacks and drinks. Guests also had plenty of chances to meet kaiju friends up close as greetings with Gigan, Godzilla 1954, and Chibi Godzilla, which I'm guessing is the small furry green thing there, created memories that will last for a lifetime. I have to admit, I don't really know much about Gigan. I have not seen any of the films he's been in, from either the Showa or the Millennium eras, so I'll have to try and track them down at some point. The centerpiece of Godzilla Fest 2025 was the main stage, where media personality Shinzuki Kazai served as the master of ceremonies, guiding attendees through numerous Godzilla-themed presentations and special announcements. If I've pronounced that name wrong, I do apologize profusely. Highlights included a video message from Takashi Yamazaki, who, due to his ongoing work on the production of Minus Zero, was unable to attend in person. Fans in attendance shouted, "Ganba, do your best," to encourage the director from afar. That's a really cool image. It's not from the film, but it's a really cool image nonetheless. There was also a presentation for Godzilla the Ride, Great Clash, an attraction overseen by Takashi Yamazaki. The ride, located at Shibun Amusement Park in Tokugawa City, has received an impressive update that puts thrill seekers in the middle of an epic battle between Godzilla and Mechagodzilla. That looks awesome. I really hope they release a toy or something of that Mechagodzilla. That looks awesome. Another highlight was a talk show marking the 30th anniversary of Godzilla vs. Destroyer, which was the final film in the Heisei era. I don't think I've seen that one, actually. I know that sounds daft being a Godzilla fan, but, you know, living in the UK, Godzilla films are not readily available from the Showa or Heisei era. We have recently had the Criterion Company release or re-release Godzilla 1954, the original, and also Godzilla vs. Biollante on Blu-ray and 4K. But aside from that, Godzilla films from the 50s to the 2000s are non-existent here, which I think is a damn shame, because I think they would sell really, really well. Toho producer Shogo Tomiyama, director Tako Okagawa, and again I apologize profusely for my pronunciation of Japanese, and kaiju suit maker and designer I won't try. It's insulting to even try, I'm sorry. Reunited on stage to share their memories of this landmark 1990 film. They discussed original concepts that never made it to the screen, the development of the monster suits and special effects, and announced that Godzilla vs. Destroyer is currently being remastered in 4K and will return to theaters in Japan in 2026. Hopefully we'll get a DVD or Blu-ray release as well. The main stage erupted with excitement again for the world premiere of new short film Fez Godzilla 2 Shinkuru Burning. Director Nakagawa personally introduced his latest work, which celebrates traditional Japanese special effects filmmaking through the use of practical suits and miniatures. Do you know what? I don't have an issue in any way, shape, or form with them doing actors in suits and miniature making, because the insane amount of detail the Japanese put into those things is unbelievable. And in many, many cases, it puts the reliance of CGI in Western cinemas and Western film studios to absolute shame. It really, really does. Plus the fact it's even more impressive when you think about it, because there is a guy willing to be paid to be in a Godzilla suit and then get blown up. That's really impressive. Um, where was I? It all built up to an ending that teases a new monster for Godzilla to battle, leaving fans guessing what will happen next as Godzilla Fest 2025 began to wind down. But with Godzilla Minus Zero and more Godzilla events planned for the future, it's clear that the celebration is only just beginning. Wonderful picture of the Millennium Godzilla there. So, yeah, everything, it's great that we are getting two different types of Godzilla media. We have the more action orientated superhero style legacy films, which I really do enjoy. I do kind of wish they had stayed more grounded, like with the original 2015 Godzilla film. That was a really, really great film in many ways. Um, King of the Monsters was great, and then obviously we've got the whole Kong thing. We've gone the much more insane sci-fi elements sort of thing. I don't mind that. They're good, big, dumb, fun movies at the end of the day. But I am also kind of glad as well that we've got the Japanese Toho, the original creators of Godzilla, who are doing these much more grounded, much more realistic kaiju monster films with Godzilla, where it's a much more serious undertone and story that's being told. I am just sorry that we are going to have to probably wait until 2027 in order to get this film, because like I said, I think they do have this agreement with Legacy, where 1 year they'll do a Godzilla film, and then the next year Toho will do a Godzilla film. But hey, let me know in the comments section what you think. Are you looking forward to Godzilla Minus Zero? I know I am. I can't wait for it. Do let me know in the comments section, and thank you very much for taking the time to watch this video.